everything is on.
9 o'clock, Monday, March 31st. Let's go ahead and start with the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, payday meeting. Start off with public forum. I don't see anybody online. I don't see anybody in the room, so we'll move on. Agenda approval. Does anybody have to add anything to the agenda?
No.
Okay, we have a quorum, just FYI. Just about minute. All right, move on to the payday approval. Is there any questions or concerns about any of the vouchers? They call them vouchers or warrants. We call them warrants here. Hearing none. Accept a motion to.
We've got a couple Elcon and a couple Western Associates. Do we need to do those?
Yeah, those have to be
Yes.
separated and they can't be dealt with, can they?
Yes, I can. You still have a quorum, so
Okay.
you can. We have invoices for Elcon services in the amount of $322.17.
Makes a motion that we pay Elcon the
22.17.
17.
There's a motion.
I'll second it.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Abstain.
Okay, and then we have,
Motion for Western Associates.
Yeah, we got.
we've got Elcon properties for $1,500.
Make a motion to approve that voucher.
Second that.
Aye. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay. And then we have
Slow.
Western Associates in the amount of $377.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor? Aye. All abstain.
I abstain. Thank you for catching that.
Okay,
Thank you for catching
Thank
that.
you, clerk.
then we have, let me go back to the other sheet here. The grand total payday is 1,000,000. Oh gosh, my eyes are old. 1,239,337.33.
So moved.
Second that.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 3-0.
Okay, then we have the signatures for payday and payroll. While you're signing that, we do have the sales tax, which was in your packet, in the amount of $78,602.01. Okay. In the packet, you had the minutes from the 24th.
We had a chance to review the minutes. Any questions, corrections? If not, make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3-0.
Sorry about all the jumping around on the screen. Of course, we do have the ribbon cuttings at 10 o'clock this morning. In your packet, you had
He's here.
Administrative report. Are there any questions? Okay. Just to give you all an update on a couple of matters, we did receive information from the insurance company on the dump truck, that the most recent one, which they are paying $9,091.71. So we should be getting a check for that pretty soon, and that's just for,
Cosmetic.
yeah, for repairing, you know, because that one is still functional and driving. Right. That is, the total was $2,500 more than that, but we have a $2,500 deductible, so. Also, 3 of the 4 sets of the rescue tools for the rescue crews have been received and are in service, and we're waiting for the final one. You'll see that we'll be paying that invoice probably next week at your commission meeting. And Tom did solicit some bids for belly dump trailers, as the commission had directed, so he has that information today.
We only got one to respond out of 3.
Okay. Do you want to talk about this, Tom?
If they wanna view that, then
Yeah, I'll pass it around. This is for an Armor Light, 2026 Armor Light, so this would be a brand new
yes.
belly dump trailer. And this is from Larry's Trailer Sales, and the price is $42,530.
Because people can't get them, or they just don't need to.
What?
People won't bid on them because they can't get them.
Well, I changed the design, we put a cross gate on it instead of the gates opening with the trailer. And I talked to the guy this morning, he said his company didn't do that, so
Okay.
I don't know why, I've seen them, but this guy could, and it also, by doing that, it shortened the trailer up about 4 foot, so that'll help us on intersections and corners and turning. And I did add strobe lights to it, so they'll be factory installed.
So do you want to take action today, or do you want to put table until next Monday? What do we want to do? I don't know if you have
Well, I
discussion.
keep it 3 weeks out, so, to be built, so.
You have a tractor to pull it with?
No, I've
That's next.
I've located a used one that we've kind of been eyeing anyway, so I got a little more information on it.
What do we have in the budget for that? All in? I think we
I
approved what's.
think it was,
Well, you need to know?
Well, he wanted to know what we talked about as far as the total price. I know it was under
It was
100,000.
85. Approximate 85,000 with the truck and the tractor to pull it with the trailer.
The tractor's gonna come in
Uh,
low enough.
the tractor's at 45. The one I've got located. The one we've been kind of watching. It hasn't come in yet, so
Now we're at 90, when we're talking about 85.
well, 87,
Yeah, 87.5.
87 something.
I thought it was 87,000.
Well, we'd estimated it at 85, so,
With the new tractor.
no.
No, it'll be a used, yeah.
No. You
We
can
can
add
we
another.
trade it in?
you
New
can add
trailer.
another- You could add another 100 from
Well,
it.
that's what I thought.
So, the only thing is, with shortening the trailer, is everybody on board for that or not? What's the capacity difference as far as
The same.
same capacity?
Yeah, everything's just changed changed one design. So,
Do you have any idea when we might expect?
well, it was supposed to have been in last Thursday, but there should, hopefully this coming this Thursday.
Okay, so it should still be a similar turnaround to what the trailer would be for the tractor also.
Be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we got a few things we'll have to do to the truck to make it capable of operating the trailer, so.
What's that term on that? 30-day?
It doesn't say anything. I don't see,
I wouldn't
it's
wait
2 to 3 weeks.
I wouldn't wait too long. 2 to 3 week delivery time.
After receipt of order for the delivery.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the bids, they term the bid as, 30 days.
Yeah.
All it's good for.
I don't see a deadline on that bid.
I mean, there was consensus of the board to go ahead, so I don't know if you, it's whether you feel comfortable just moving forward.
Make a motion, take Tom's recommendation of taking the three that's quoted there.
As long as we come in at 45 on the truck. So $42,530.
Yes.
Have a motion.
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
All right.
I won't count you till you sit down.
That way, when the tractor comes, you'll be ready to go to work.
That was for the belly dump trailer, $42,530.
Okay. Dan Williams down here at Williams Service does have a truck coming in. He had traded for 4 of them. The other 3 were already spoken for. This is the remainder. It's a 2020. 450 horse, day cab, 12-speed auto shift transmission. When he traded it, had 360,000 miles. He's estimated around 380, but we won't know positive till it shows up. There's usually, what he's done in the past with this company is, like one came in with a broken mirror, he made them pay the cost to have it fixed up, so if there's anything wrong with it, it should be taken care of before we take purchase of it. So I think he had another one that had dinged up hood, so he's having them pay the cost to have it fixed, so I mean, it should be,
So past DOT inspection.
but yeah, but I haven't seen it yet, so. So, just, if you wanna wait and see, or, I mean, I've got it spoken for, we've got first shot at it. So just to let you know, that's what I've found. His price is $45,000.
Yeah, I think you better look at it and then, or when it comes in and then come back,
Test drive and all that, make sure, yeah, so.
right? That's what you want, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't. Not right at the moment.
Okay.
We do have the bid specs. We're coming back in what, 2 weeks? With
Oh.
the new truck, dump truck and bed specs and bids and all that, so. We'll see what happens with the tariffs.
Buy American, it'll be fine.
Well, I don't know if there's a bed made in America. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I have. Any questions?
No, sir.
I had a question from the billing for road and bridge,
Okay.
if we can go back to that.
Sure.
Evidently, we cut a line.
Oh, I'm not.
We paid for a line repair. Was that page 17?
Is that,
6,500 and some bucks.
Let me look and see.
well,
It was under road and bridge.
Yeah.
right, we was trying to think if it was actually legit. I know bits and pieces of it, I don't know the whole.
I'm just, surely that was marked, wasn't it?
Well.
I mean, it had to have been called in.
But it was like 6 months ago too, wasn't it?
I mean, 811 would have been called marked, right?
Right,
Then we
and
shouldn't.
we always do, I mean, that's, I don't know.
If it's marked and you still cut it, you still owe it.
What's that?
If it mark it and you still hit it, you still owe it. The marking doesn't save you from anything. In fact, you're supposed to stay 3 feet away from the line.
I guess my question is, if it wasn't marked, who got rode up?
I don't know what have to,
I can check into that.
yeah, I would say, I knew about it, the bill, and I quizzed some of the guys and they didn't recall us cutting one at that location, so I don't remember. I don't know if it's been settled or not.
That's all I had.
I just know enough to lead you astray on it.
Yeah. That's not your area, is it, Tom? Okay.
I did hear of it at the time.
Okay.
So. Anything else? No? Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for doing
Yeah.
all legwork.
Yep.
Okay. Then the only other thing that I had was an executive session to review performance evaluations.
All right. Anybody else got anything else before?
Guess I need an executive session if we're gonna have one. Brad's not here though at this point.
Oh. All right, we'll do this one first. I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss review of performance evaluations pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item number 1, personal matters and non-elected personnel. Board, Tina, 15 minutes till 9:35. With open session to resume back in commission chambers following the closed session. Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Concentrate.
Aye.
Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this now.
It's just like riding a bike, you ain't gonna.
Everything's back on.
Okay. All right, out of executive session, no decisions.
Sure.
Heads up, I don't know what.
Subject.
Bridge lawsuit.
Oh yeah, we can't do that.
No, we don't have an attorney. Tina after. All right. Any other discussion?
Just, outside board report. Last month was the part of Marion County CDDO meeting, and basically we approved, took action to start the process to begin providing total case management through the CDDO to alleviate the conflict of interest within the two counties with the current providers and between case management and service provision. So we voted to move forward with that, so hopefully we'll get that moving forward here in the next couple of months. They've actually had a office space come up right next door to them in that building, which
That's a tight building anyway, but yeah.
so they secured that for a month just to hold it until we made a decision, so they got that firmed up, so. Gonna be applying for a startup grant. In the meantime, the CDDO will make a small loan to the TCM portion of it to get it started up. Hopefully, it'll end up being a money making because it's all reimbursable from Medicare, so it'll be a no cost.
I understand why the rules came down, but yeah, it's kind of hard in that application there, but they're making it work.
Yeah, and ironically, we're the first county in the state that is gonna actually be compliant with those regulations from 2021, I think is when 2019, I think is when they came out.
Kind of getting forced into it. There's some of the providers that just wash their hands of it and they're out. So
Yeah.
somebody got to step in.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be a model for the state. I mean, it won't work everywhere, but there may be other counties that can look at this and piggyback off of it.
Mine was KAC and it was a mess. I don't want to say it's a mess. There was a lot of stuff going on at the Capitol that day, and so they were trying to monitor bills that were going through at the same time as conduct the meeting, and it was a lot of half. We think it might go this way. We think it might go that way. Yeah, I mean, there's no definitive. They did
Certain amount of chaos and
but yeah, so Jay was really just on his tablet and kind of half in the meeting, half out of the meeting. The other things is they went to Washington DC. They took to heart a little bit of the home rule that we talked about. The counties, you're gonna start shoving stuff down to the state. You know, that's better, but we need to make sure it's not unfunded. The other bill, I think, passed one of the houses, but I don't know if it's gonna make it all the way through, was the EMS
I believe that was waiting for a signature.
allowing for one EMS person on a truck, so you didn't have to have two, so you workforce shortage.
I think,
They're trying to make exceptions.
and a registered firefighter can drive the ambulance, I think, if they're
Then
proper license. And
the other one was dispatch. Dispatch was coming into play too, where you didn't have to have two. So, I don't know where that lands. They're probably finished by now, but I haven't kept track. So that's all I got for mine.
I had a skid meeting Thursday, and it's the first time ever we didn't have a quorum.
Didn't have the meeting.
Well,
You get
we
the basics.
We reviewed things but didn't approve anything, but they're gonna have to make some changes in order to get more people. It's always been a Thursday afternoon meeting, and I think they're gonna try to have a Thursday morning meeting, but it's when you got counties scattered everywhere, you know, and most people that are more than 50 or 60 miles away have been on Zoom, including me. I was meeting 2 months ago, but their issue is they're in a room about like this and the audio is terrible.
We've been there before.
So, you know, anytime you got a question, you go and you have to get in the chat box. What do you mean, or what do you say? And it just doesn't work. Especially when the chairman's 40 miles away trying to lead the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Zoom's a great thing, but
When everybody's on.
if audio's bad and those kind of things are bad, it just destroys the meeting. So.
I have a Prairie View, and they're up to 132 caseworkers now. Up to 30 of them 5 years ago. And they're still looking for more, and they're providing more services, reaching out to other counties. And Marion County should be next on the list to get more services. We've got McPherson and Harvey County taken care of. It's same old story, they need more space, and they're kind of excited about the new place in Wichita. Take some of the load, but it's also going to take some of the employees too. So it's a double-edged sword.
It's a reverse effect of what's happening with Clark's. Some of the employees became available because of some of the others dropping out.
We into commissioner comments?
Yeah.
I guess here a while back, liability of the county was brought up. Comments of the transfer station have been brought up. I would like to see us get the perimeter fence put up correctly. I think if kids or an individual, which they can just walk through that west side where it's down completely. If it burnt down, some kids get in there and get hurt, or any other mischievous actions without that perimeter fence.
The middle's
Complete, yeah. And whatever it takes to put a backstop up there so that doesn't get damaged again to the extent that it is. I think Lisa said a high liability if something were to happen. Whether or not, if they crawl over the fence, that's one thing, and the doors are shut over the weekend or night, I think we are fine with the insurance cover. But even the door that wouldn't shut here a while back finally got fixed after about 30 days. Left a high liability issue. And I think this fence is just as bad, plus the looks of it is, or if we don't fix it better now, it will continue to be destroyed further. And the employees need to be more cautious of that fence and what it costs every time they destroy it. So I would like to see discussion or get some estimates and get a fence company in here and correct that if we can. I think, again, back to liability is probably, like I said, if somebody gets in there and burns the place down, messes with the equipment that's down there, we don't have much to say. We're not really secured on the west side of that facility. However we want to handle it from there. So I think it's something that needs to be addressed as soon as we can and get
Repair, we need to know what it costs to repair, so.
and make it happen, I guess, as quickly as we can.
While we're on that subject, does the commission have any feelings, yea or nay, about whether we should study professional management or sale of that transfer station?
If we have an interested party, I'm always open ears. That's where I stand.
We'll have to look at a proposal.
We were going down that route a little bit, and and then things changed a little, but
I didn't know.
if anybody's got a proposal, I'm always willing to hear it, so.
I mean, I'd be open to listen to it, yeah.
I mean, we haven't been privileged to whatever's been discussed in the past.
I mean, in the past, we've spent a little bit of time, we haven't spent a lot of time on it. Whether we should just look at turning that over to private management or outright sale.
I think we gotta hold on. Has to be quasi-governmental or something, because we have an obligation.
There had been one company that had expressed an interest in at least looking at a possible private management agreement. So it's kind of where we were at.
I kind of remember that discussion just not even being on the commission. Not even sure what company, I think it went up towards Topeka though or something.
There were some ideas kicked around and no,
There are a couple.
either we didn't follow through or they didn't follow through, and it just didn't go anywhere, that's all.
So if you know about who we would contact back or set up something, hearing a proposal from them wouldn't hurt.
So there really isn't a proposal. So if the board wants to start researching that, we need to research the legal requirements, what we are obligated to provide, how different ways we can provide it. I do know that during our regional administrators meeting that we held here a couple weeks ago, I did bring that up to some of the others that were there, and I'll be talking a little bit more with Dickinson County because I believe they have private management. So I'll find out a little bit more from them, but we need to kind of do some legal research if the board is interested in pursuing different options there.
What our guidelines are basically.
Right. How we receive.
Limitation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of hoops to jump through.
Right. So we just want to.
Assume.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0. We're adjourned.
One last thing.
We're adjourned. We're adjourned, Mike. No county business.
No county business, just
No county business.
I think we should have ribbon cutting ceremony.